want to talk briefly about microphones for makers, maker videos, and 3 specific scenarios. Scenario 1 is recording tool sounds. Good news is you don't need any specialty microphone for that. Use the microphone built into your camera. Vast majority of times we're going to put music over it, we're going to put voiceover over it, we're going to speed it up or whatever. The quality of sound for machines, honestly, doesn't matter. Use whatever. The second type of scenario is this sort of setup where you're talking to a camera. This can be explaining further details of a project, it can be intro, outro, whatever, it doesn't really matter. What a lot of people do when they're starting out is get a shotgun mic like this. This is the original Rode video mic from, I think, 2009-ish. It is a good sounding microphone, but what a lot of people do mistakenly is put it on top of their camera. The problem with that is in pretty much every scenario, to get good quality sound, you want the microphone close to the audio source. So in this case, you want the microphone close to your mouth. If it's on top of the camera, honestly, it's going to sound very, very hollow. This is a test using the inbuilt microphone on my Fuji X-T30 camera. This is a test of the original Rode video mic mounted on top of my camera, which is approximately 1.8 meters away. This is a test of the original Rode video mic that's boomed about 60 centimeters away from my mouth. This is a test of the Rode Wireless Go that's mounted to my chest here. This is a wireless lavalier microphone. If you have a shotgun microphone and you're unhappy with the quality of audio you're getting out of it, the easy solution is move it closer to you. You'll need a long extension audio cable to plug it back into your camera and a way to bring it close to your mouth. It doesn't have to be right up like that. About 30 to 40 centimeters will sound fantastic. There are lots of different ways. You can mount it to a little desktop tripod. You can have it on a light stand, or if you've got a C stand or equivalent sort of boom, you can have it out of frame. Alternatively, another option for this type of dialogue is a lavalier microphone. I'm using the Rode Wireless Go and a lav plugged into that right now. It's not the cheapest system out there, but it is, well, it's actually probably the cheapest wireless system, but there are wired solutions as well. I'm not a huge fan of wired solutions. In a workshop environment, it's very easy to get tangled, but they do work well. If you've got multiple people, a good example would be Oz Tool Talk, talking around a bench, having a vocal mic or a shotgun mic above the presenter's heads is going to be the best option for the least amount of money, because you can get multiple audio sources captured from one microphone. The third common scenario for maker videos is the voiceover. There are probably 2 main ways you can go with this. The first is reusing the same microphone, doing this talk to camera type thing and just not using the video. This has the advantage of sounding like the rest of your video because you're in the exact same environment. The downside to that is it can be a little bit frustrating if you're not plugged directly into your computer and recording and editing at the same time. If you are going down that path, I'd recommend a USB microphone to get started with rather than plugging into your sound card. Vast majority of computer sound cards are garbage and you'll have that to deal with, whether that's extra line noise or just not getting great quality sound. Now, I haven't given any specific product recommendations, and that's because it really depends on your budget. If you're after a shotgun microphone, there are 2 companies that I'd look at that are very budget end, but they have surprisingly good sound. That would be the Takstar something for a shotgun mic, and Boya also have a whole bunch of them. I've used Rode in the past and have only used Rode because I recognise the brand, they're Australian owned, and by having a whole bunch of Rode stuff, I know that I've got a degree of quality that I'm happy with. They may not be the absolute best, but they've been consistent for me for many years. If you're looking at a wireless lav solution, unfortunately the Rode Wireless Go is probably the cheapest good option. There are some cheaper options that use an analog radio signal rather than a digital signal, and that brings a host of other issues in with it. If you're looking at desktop microphones that plug in via USB, that's a whole another kettle of fish, and I'll leave links to Podcastage's YouTube channel where he reviews a whole bunch of microphones, and he'll do a much better job of explaining what's good, bad and otherwise than I possibly can, because he's just looked at so many more products than I have. Hopefully that'll be helpful. Thanks for watching.